Start streaming. We're streaming. We're live actually right now.
Right now?
Right now. I just hit the
Oh man, and we are live. Thanks for telling me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
figured we were going live.
I didn't want you to add any more topics since I already formatted my description.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we have enough topics as it is.
We got a whopping what is that? Six topics.
6 topics. Yep. 6 topics for 60 minutes. So we just need to talk about each of them for 10 minutes, or we can just delay the introduction and go with that.
We're pretty good at delaying the introduction. You won't believe how long we can not talk about Qualcomm's new Quick Charge 5 and how it's faster than Qualcomm's Quick Charge 4. It's amazing stuff on how you increase the generation. As the numbers get bigger, they also get better somehow.
That's the goal, at least.
Right? And all the Olympic sports are wrong. You don't want third place. First place is better somehow.
Yeah.
Google Chrome has lazy loading for iframes, which is great for everybody who knows what that means and doesn't really make a difference for anybody else.
Well, it does make a difference, but, you know.
How much of a difference? Are we talking like 0.1 second different?
I guess it depends on the content being loaded, but we'll talk about that.
One of my old-time favorite games, I used to play it a lot on the PlayStation, apparently has been remade for PC with a brand new skin on top of it. It's pretty interesting, actually. I might buy the game and play it on PC. Probably not. I really don't play that many games right now.
Yeah.
So I say I'll play it, but we both know that that's just me talking at that point.
Yeah.
And then we have AT&T sending out a very scary email to customers that use their phone network, saying that your 3G device is no longer supported in almost over a year. Good guy AT&T, warning their customers now for problems 2 years down the road.
Hey, doesn't apply to me though. Got that 4G phone and not AT&T, so.
So you're telling me Quick Charge 5 is better than Quick Charge 4, but 4G is better than 3G?
Yes.
So I don't know, in comparison, Quick Charge 5 is better than 3G.
No. That's not how that works.
It's a bigger number, though.
Speaking of that's not how that works, Disney's movies. Disney's delaying a few of their movies, and one of them, I actually didn't know they were going to be making a movie, but hey, I'm pretty interested, so we'll talk about that. Guess which one it is. Well, you can guess which one it is later. And then China. Go ahead.
I bet I can guess from the URL.
Yeah, probably so. And China launched a mission to Mars this week, but it'll be a while before they get to Mars.
I was about to say,
which is expected. Mars is a long way away. Speaking of a long way away,
the 1 hour mark
now
for the show.
Yeah, right. Quick Charge
5. That's the fancy part.
Yes, and it's supposed to be completely insane. Even I think I read charging a phone 50% in 5 minutes,
which is wild.
Which is amazing.
So I believe mine. I should probably look this up before I start talking. I have the Galaxy S10e. How do you spell the word wireless? Wireless charging. I think it's Quick Charge 3. I believe I have. Wireless charging. Well, it has wireless charging, but so I find that if I have my phone on the wireless charger, that it can do like Bluetooth and maps and stay pretty much at the same number. Over a 2 hour trip, it gains like 3%. So it stays pretty much even.
Hmm.
But then I found that just taking the plug out of the wireless charger and plugging it into the phone straight, which is a Qualcomm 3.0 charger, that it will still charge my phone incredibly fast. And that's pretty amazing. So to see that the fast wireless charging is starting to charge faster, that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
I honestly doesn't make a difference in my personal life.
Yeah.
Because having the same percentage when I get off my motorcycle as when I got onto it is plenty good most of the time.
Hmm.
The one downside to the faster charging would be the higher heat, most likely.
Yes. Especially if your phone's sitting in the sun, like on a car dashboard.
If it sits a little too high on the dash, which mine does, then the sun can destroy the phone. Because I even have mine in front of the AC vent, and half of my phone is super cold, and then the top part of it, the top brim, is like toasty.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's very odd. But Quick Charge 5 is coming around, so that's pretty cool.
And I guess phones will have to be compatible with it as well, right? Like not just the charging device.
Correct. So.
Yeah.
But it'll be neat to see
Yeah.
what kind of heat dissipation they can get out of it.
Mm-hmm. And also, it'll be interesting to see what kind of long-term effects that will have on the battery in your phone, because charging the batteries too quickly, I think, can negatively affect the overall lifespan of your battery throughout the time that you have the phone. So, I mean, if you have a phone where you can swap the battery out pretty easily, not too big of a deal, but
yeah, if you have a glass back, and it gets annoying,
swollen,
right?
Or if the glass back or the battery gets swollen and the glass back peels off, like we discussed last week. Kind of an issue. Google Chrome now supports lazy loading iframes for speeding up page loads. So what lazy loading is, it means that data or images on a web page aren't loaded until you actually scroll down to them. So for example, one example would be you hop onto Facebook and you get like 3 or 4 posts.
This website even does it with their comment section.
Okay, yeah. You log into Facebook or whatever website it is, and you can view 3 or 4 posts. And if you continue scrolling down, it'll load more data the further you scroll down. But it wouldn't make sense for them to load up 100 Facebook posts the first time you get on the page, because if you're not going to view them, there's no reason for your phone to wait for them to be loaded to display anything.
Yep.
And then I think true lazy loading might actually be based on the browser, whereas the way that Facebook is doing it, Facebook detects when you scroll to the bottom and then it loads more data. Whereas lazy loading could be something that's built into the browser, and the browser actually detects where you're scrolled to. I'm not sure. And then what iframes are is an iframe is basically a frame on a web page with a web page inside of that frame. So you have your web page, you have your Facebook page or whatever it is, and then inside that you might have an iframe, and maybe it's a tweet inside that iframe or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not an image necessarily, but it's literally a web page inside of a web page. And so now lazy loading is working with iframes. So until you scroll down to that iframe, it won't load the content in there, which may not make a big difference if you're on your computer on a Wi-Fi network or an Ethernet network. Mm-hmm. But if you're on your phone on 3G and it kind of takes a little bit of time to load data, it might make a big difference.
That's true. It's nice to see that it's just making it so that when you load up a web page, you see the top part first, and so it
Yeah.
feels like it's loading faster, even though the end result's the same amount of loading speed because it's the same amount of data.
Technically, yes. But, yeah. No, you said it good there.
I might make you roll your eyes, but they're flattening the data curve, so you're not loading it all at once.
Yeah, no, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Man, I'm super excited for this.
This new game, or
This new game.
remade game.
This new old remade game. I'm trying to find the timestamp. This is 10:30.
Remastered game.
Remastered. That's a good word, I guess. So it's kind of sad that it looks like it's coming to Stadia. I'm hoping it also comes to Steam. But this is over on Polygon.com. Looks like Destroy All Humans! Exclamation mark. A+ remaster of a B+ game. I love Destroy All Humans 1 and 2. I had both of those, I think, for the PS2. I think they were both for the PS2. But I had 2 of them. Super fun. It was crazy fun. Now, this was also like 15 years ago now. You know, a while back, I guess. Oh, wow. I was right. The original 2005 cult classic. Exactly 15 years ago. Right?
Was that the most recent
I
game?
think that was the original. So then...
Okay, gotcha.
Like 07 or 08 for the next one. But I liked it because it was mindless fun. This looks almost exactly how the game used to look in my mind. Like, to me, that's almost not like redone graphics. That's just like how nostalgia remembers it. I bet.
Although I'm sure that the graphics are going to be better. Yeah.
We can actually.
But yeah, just in your mind, you have like the memory of the game.
Yeah, I definitely know I played Destroy All Humans 2. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's the game. That's the graphics. So yeah, definitely remastered over that. But it looks like it's coming back out with a new skin on it. It almost reminds me of like a Nickelodeon, that clay digital art style. Which isn't like a bad art style.
I can see that. Kind of like the textures and the shadows. Yeah.
But this game was super fun of just mind-numbing destruction. I liked this. Good.
Do you play as the aliens or the humans?
He plays the aliens.
Okay.
And yeah, you just go around and destroy humans, literally. This game and the Saboteur, I think is how you pronounce it, for Xbox. Let's see if I can spell the word Saboteur right. Alright. Were both just mindless vandalism games that weren't like GTA level vandalism. But the Saboteur. Both these are really fun. This one definitely has more language. Destroy All Humans was very much more friendly in comparison. It looks like a cartoon.
Kind of like a bit of comedy in there. It looks like as well too.
Yeah,
from reading the
definitely
description.
the teenage boy potty humor. It definitely fit that. But I really hope to play it. I didn't see a release date anywhere on the article. So I don't know if it's already out. I mean, for all I know, it could be.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't see it either.
But the 15-year-old version has my approval.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, you did?
Very bottom of the article, it says, Destroy All Humans launches July 28th on Google Stadia. Hey, that's tomorrow. PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One. The game was reviewed on PC using a Steam download code provided by, I'm assuming, the developers. So it looks like it probably will be on Steam, and yeah, it releases tomorrow. So
Sweet.
that's convenient.
Well, I might be playing it tomorrow. Speaking of playing things tomorrow, I wouldn't be able to play any game without a word from our sponsors. Because that's how.
This video is sponsored by. Go ahead.
Because that's how this show works. Is we have 3 topics, sponsors, and another 3 topics, and looks like we're flying through these. But it was made possible by this dude over here, NephewTech.com. That's me. Don't go to the website because it's pretty lame. Go to the YouTube channel, hit that, smash that subscribe button, as the cool kids say. And then we also got this dude over here, whatever he is.
Jmart Media.
.net.
Jmart Media. I don't know
other way. From the microphone to your shoulder.
Jmart Media.
Yeah, there you go.
Something like that.
.net.
.com. Or youtube.com/ I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. I think I do have a custom URL, but
it means you have 1,000 subscribers.
in that case, I don't have a custom URL.
I'm pretty sure you have 1,000 to have a custom URL. Because I gained 1 subscriber this week. I went up to 16 whole subscribers. And to that, I think
I do have a custom URL. It's youtube.com/c/jmar. Yeah.
Wow. You roboted out. I got the youtube.com/c/ and then it just went robot.
youtube.com/c/jmartmedia. So I do not have 1,000 subscribers, but I do have a custom URL.
That's not fair. Not
Pretty
fair
sweet.
at all.
Speaking of not fair, if you just bought an old 3G phone on AT&T's network, you may have received a confusing email.
How could you buy a 3G phone now?
Used, maybe? I don't know.
Okay, that's actually very fair. You could have definitely bought a used phone. Yeah. The fact that... I mean, 3G phone. I'm thinking that is like a 2012, 2013 time frame. I might be really wrong on that. But I'm pretty sure 4G is that old. 4G release date.
I would say...
Let's try that. 4G
my
release
guess is
date.
2014.
Not even close. Because that would have been
When is
right
it,
next to where
2016?
Man, we are so far off. 4G release date. December 14th,
What is it?
2009.
Wow, we were pretty far off.
Like,
Man,
yeah, like 5 years.
that would have to be an old phone.
But, I mean, by the time Spectrum and AT&T rolled out, it would have been like 2018.
True.
Takes them long enough, right?
But yeah,
So,
I received an email saying, update needed. Your device is not compatible with the new network and you need to replace it to continue receiving service. Yes, that's technically true, but you don't have to replace it for another 1.5 years, almost 2 years. So AT&T will be scrapping their 3G network in February of 2022.
That was 2022. You're very robot-y
Yeah.
at the moment. That's fun. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which is wild to think that they're sending out these emails. Someone was saying 18 months in advance. That's more like 22 months in advance or so. Like, you got plenty of time.
Yeah. So don't worry if you got that email. That's all I really have to say about that.
Yeah, if I had received an email like this, I would have thought it was just a scam email trying to get me to click on something. Because it looks...
True.
That was the email right here. And I would have never even read it. I would have just saw AT&T notice for your phone ending in something. Update needed. I would have just deleted it. I don't even read any of this print.
Mm-hmm.
And it's wild to think that. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that they're warning people 2 years in advance that their device will be outdated in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a long time.
It's a long time, yeah.
That's more than Spectrum seems to be doing. Not that I hate
Speaking
Spectrum
of
or
a
anything.
long time, Disney delays Mulan indefinitely, pushes back Avatar sequels and new Star Wars trilogy by a year.
Okay. So
Guess which one that I was interested in?
when you said long time, I thought you meant like 10 years or like 70 years when their copyright has to be renewed, whatever.
Oh, yeah, not that long, but
Okay.
indefinitely basically I guess means
So out of
never really
Mulan,
know.
Avatar, and Star Wars, which one did you want to see?
Yeah.
Definitely Mulan.
That's what you have to guess.
What?
Well, that you guessed my least, the one I care about the least.
Really?
I know you're joking. Yeah. Are you serious?
You care about the Star Wars? My mouse just died.
No. I like Avatar.
Okay, dumb question. Is this the blue
Yeah.
Avatar, or is this the Avatar with the arrow on his head?
Yes. It's the blue Avatar, not the
Oh, okay.
Avatar with the arrow on his head.
Okay. So
Which I had no idea they were going to be making sequels to that movie.
I didn't either, because it's been like 15 years or something.
It's been a while. I guess we can look it up.
Avatar the movie.
I'm guessing 2006, but
Oh wow, you were close.
2009.
2009.
I got the number upside down.
Yeah. What would 2009 be upside down?
Yep.
Oh, it looks like there's going to be several. 'Cause Avatar-
9002. No, 6002. Yeah,
'Cause,
there's going to be 4, I think it said.
Yeah, one in 2001, one 3 years later in 2024, and then one the next year after that in 2025. So realistically, don't waste your money and watch the first two. Wait until 2025 when all three are released. See if people are upset with the ending like they were with Game of Thrones, and then just sit down and watch all three in one go.
And then 2027, there will be a 5th.
Really?
Well, a 5th Avatar movie, but the 4th that they'll still
wow.
need to make. Yeah.
Okay. They're planning.
And then the Star Wars movies will come out in the between years there. So Avatar, Star Wars, Avatar, Star Wars, Avatar, Star Wars, Avatar.
You know what's almost sad about knowing this though? Is that
What's
that
that?
means that they've already got like the whole storyline written out to some degree. They already know pretty much all the characters are going to die, all the characters that are going to live, unless the actors actually die. Like they have to work around it.
I hope they have that all worked out though, because
Right.
the danger with making sequels like this is that you just kill the series. Kind of like
what they did
I
with
guess
Star Wars.
is kinda yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I
So
watched that new one. I watched half of that new one yesterday. The Rise of the Jedi, followed whatever it was. I have no idea because I watched number 7.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker. That sounds right. I got like halfway through and fell asleep. You know the last time I fell asleep during a movie was? I can't tell you when. That's how long it's been.
Mm-hmm.
That movie was so terrible.
Dang. Yeah, that's rough because there's so many people that love the Star Wars movies and they just hated the new ones. I think I've watched one of the new ones, but
okay. I still remember seeing episode 3, so not 4, 5, 6, but 1, 2, number 3 on that, in theaters with several family, and that was like super cool. Like I thought 3 was amazing. Everyone seemed to hate 3, but I really liked it because that was the only Star Wars I got to see in a theater. And then once Lucasfilm sold her Disney, I just quit. I didn't even try.
Yeah.
But I'd be excited to see Avatar series in 2025 when all 3 are released. Let's see what they do to it. But
and let's see.
do you know if the Mulan is action based, animated? It's real. It's real people.
I'm pretty sure it's real people, yeah. Which is kind of interesting.
As long as they don't mess it up.
It seems like they are doing a lot more of these real action, what do you call them, fairy tale movies.
Yeah. I don't know. I still don't believe technology is far enough that the live action with 3D CG is good enough yet. And this is only like 2
I think
dimensions.
sometimes you definitely realize that it's, CGI. The biggest example I have of that was I went to watch the first Hobbit movie, and I watched it in 3D, and the 3D that we had, it seriously looked like it was little models walking around on the screen. It was kind of weird. I mean, it was cool, but if I were to watch the second Hobbit or third Hobbit after seeing the first Hobbit in 3D, I would have just watched them in normal 2D because I didn't feel like it was very good. But
we're gonna run away from the actual topics for a second. I watched this movie several years ago. It's called This Word, Beowulf, 2007.
Beowulf or something like that.
Yeah, Beo, I don't know,
Yeah.
something Wolf, 2007. I didn't look up anything about it. I just saw it, got it, and then watched it. It took me until the water scenes to realize it was animated.
Oh, wow.
Much of this movie looks so good, and the fact that the whole thing is animated really makes it hard to tell that it's not real people until the water, because water is still impossible. But if you want to see an animated movie that looks ridiculously good, this is a good one to see.
And that's an older movie too, which is interesting. 2007.
But I felt so betrayed as soon as they were walking on the beach. And I was like, wait a second. The person's not a real person. I might have to watch it again now because I probably feel stupid watching it a second time now.
True, after you've seen some more advanced CGI stuff.
But that is definitely one movie that I could get behind with on how good the quality of animated was.
I think some things though, like Avatar, it's fine to animate that because everybody knows obviously it's animated. It's not real. So I guess when you get to a certain point of kind of sci-fi fantasy type stuff, it's fine.
Like I like both Avatar and Life of Pi. They came out about the same time. And they were both either fully animated or all the way animated, or they had a lot of animation in them. And I like both of them. Like that didn't seem ruining of the effects. But then you get into
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Even though Life of Pi was based on real events, you didn't have issues with that CGI?
Not really. Like the fact that the lion was CG, I was, that's probably fine. Like putting a lion in a boat with a kid, like that's probably not the easiest task. There's certain points where you're like, okay, that makes sense. But then sometimes they're just terrible CG because they were like, why not? Like it would be easier if we just made a guy behind a computer screen do this.
Yeah. I think that most stuff is animated like that, though. The vast majority of movies. But not this live stream. So you got that going for you.
You say that. I'm going to put filters on both of us next week. We're going to be fully animated. We could be like that Chuck E. Cheese animatronic. I'll drop our FPS down to 12.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And then I'll just
Get some stutters.
yeah, try to slow your connection down just enough that's just robot the whole show. Speaking of just robots, China is sending a robot around Mars apparently.
Yeah, China just launched a mission to Mars, which would make them, if they can successfully land, would make them the third nation to land on Mars. They launched on July 22nd, and they sent a trio of spacecraft, an orbiter, a lander, and a rover. And I think it said it'll land, well, it'll go into orbit around Mars, and then it'll land like August of 2021, I believe I saw.
Wow. That's
yeah,
a long time,
so
actually.
over a year. Yeah. April 2021, so almost a year.
So I wonder how good of an idea that trio is, because it seems like they have one device to transport it the long distance between the two planets, like the space travel portion.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the landing part, which I assume would get it. Like, I wonder if the fly bit actually lands or if it stays in orbit around Mars.
I think the orbiter is going to stay in orbit around Mars, and the lander will probably take the rover down to Mars. I'm wondering if maybe the reason for having an orbiter in orbit is from the rover to the orbiter to Earth, rather than from the rover on Mars to Earth.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I believe that's kind of the way when the U.S. went to the moon, that's how they did that. So they had one person stay in orbit around the moon in an orbiter, and then I guess 2 people went down to the moon, or however many people went down to the moon each time.
One thing I'd be interested
in a lander, and then they had a rover to drive around, and then went back up to the orbiter and returned to Earth. But I think this is the first time that they've had an orbiter around Mars, maybe. Time for a plunge.
Yeah. One thing I'd be interested in for like a future would be if the lander was also had its own like solar panels and some type of way to collect its energy, which would be solar. But would also be able to like have the rover go in, and it'd be almost like a car wash battery hub thing where it can go in like during a dust storm, or I don't know how any of this works. Because that's how Curiosity, I think it was, whatever the Mars rover was, died, because it just got too dirty and died. It also lasted way longer than it was supposed to last, so, you know, like, good for it.
Yeah. Too much dust got on the solar panels, which prevented sun from reaching the solar panels and charging it, But the thing is, the same would happen with the lander, too, eventually. Maybe even faster because it's not moving around, I don't know. Although, I know that the rover moves around pretty slowly, so it may not really make a difference at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be interesting.
Because it's not moving.
Like a recharging and cleaning station.
Yeah, it could almost be like, I don't know if it could, bigger, heavier, or...
True.
Because it doesn't need to move. It doesn't need to have the motors or whatever else the rover would need to go over terrain. Once it lands, then it just stays there.
Yeah. Or even if there was some kind of compressed air, something other to blow dirt off of the solar panels of the lander.
Yeah, because like, it doesn't even have to be air, though. It could just... because there has to be some type of gas, right? Over on Mars. There could be a compressor, and then it can just compress whatever it is on Mars and just use that to blow it off.
And it said the missions of, or the mission of this mission, the goals of this mission is to create a map, or help create a map of Mars, explore the Martian soil, and potentially locate water and ice deposits. investigate the Martian atmosphere, like what all is in the air, and the climate at the surface, and then also understand the electromagnetic and gravitational fields of the planet. So it's pretty neat. Somewhere in this article, it also mentions that the success rate for missions on Mars is something like 50%, which is not a great success ratio there.
How many missions have there been? There can't have been that many. That means like one failed, one success. So the only other success I know is that one other Curiosity rover.
Let's see.
I don't even know if it's the Curiosity. I just keep saying it.
So let me share this with you. I just showed you a link, and if you scroll down on that link to the very bottom, there's a graphic that displays some of the previous missions to Mars in orange, and then the blue is the future missions to Mars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 missions to Mars in the past, and 3 upcoming.
Wow. Now, this is dumb. I thought Elon Musk had a plan for Mars. A Mars rover. He may not have.
He definitely wants to colonize Mars, I would say, but I don't know how detailed his plan is, or if he is currently working towards that in the near future.
Okay.
I do think that's kind of one of his end goals, though. And actually, if you scroll further up on the article I just sent you, there's another graphic that says every Mars landing attempt ever. Successes, failures, and future.
Oh man, this is wanting to make it bigger.
If you control scroll, you might be able to make it a little bit bigger, but yeah, you can't just select the image for some reason.
So there's only been 4 failures.
1, 2, 3, 5, I see. I think.
1, 2, 3. Oh, 4, 5. You're right. And there's been 8 successes, so it's more than 50%.
So not 50%.
Not that we're bitter, but.
I mean, all the missions fail eventually, right?
Well, everything fails eventually.
I guess if you meet your goals, you're not failing your mission, even if the mission ends. I guess it depends on the way you look at it.
What if your mission's for it to never end?
You're going to fail that. Maybe? I don't know. Speaking of ending missions.
And failing? We hit the 1 hour mark. 20 minutes early.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We discussed all our topics, right? We teched about things. That was our goal.
We actually teched about all the things.
We succeeded in our mission. Yeah. There just wasn't a lot of things to tech about.
No, only 6. Well, that's plenty. I'll be playing Destroy All Humans 2 tomorrow. Or Destroy All Humans Remastered or whatever it is.
Will you be streaming it?
I mean, if I could actually get the game, yeah. Maybe. No, probably not. We'll find out, right?
Yeah. We didn't even look at the price.
All right, what do you think the price is going to be?
$29.99.
We're going to find out if I have to log into my Steam account or not. Because if I have to log into the Steam account, then we'll just have to do this another time.
Also, it releases tomorrow, so.
Can I guess my Steam password?
This says, actually at the very bottom of the article we discussed, it says Amazon $39.99. So I don't know what it'll cost on Steam, but...
Oh, I got my Steam login correct. All right. Store.
And on Amazon, the PC online game code costs $29.99. I did not look that up before.
Okay, on Steam it is $29.99.
Wow. That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Wow. I did not look that up, but it's pretty nice. I'm happy with it. Or on Amazon, you can buy the PC version, the Crypto 137 edition, for $399.99.
Wow. No,
But it comes
I'm
with a
okay.
back. It comes with a backpack. Comes with some figurine. And
You actually won't believe this, but I own
Yeah.
a backpack.
You own a backpack?
Yeah, like
But is it a
like
destroy
whole-
all humans backpack?
I mean,
Because
I have
that's what you really need for $400.
right? Oof. Sweet.
Does it? If only it came with an Apple device.
Yeah, so drop your $30
It'd be
super
overpriced.
chats. So I
Yeah.
can get this game. That's how this works. Sweet. Other than that, I think we're just gonna end the stream there.
Sounds good. We'll talk about it next week.
We're talking about all the things next week, actually.